Assalamualaikum and good morning to Dr. Hafiza binti Hassan. My name is Muhammad Amaziz bin Zain Abidin. My metric number is DD220102. Today I want to talk about the individual tasks. That's the title is Research Development in Solar Powered Cars. What are the advantages and disadvantages of this vehicle? What does the future hold for solar powered transportation? Okay, next. Okay, first, what is solar energy? Solar energy is created by radiation from the sun capable of producing heat, causing chemical reaction or generating electricity. The total number of solar energy events on Earth is far in excess of the world's current and expected energy needs. If used appropriately, this highly dispersed resource has the potential to meet all future energy needs. In the 21st century, the solar energy is expected to become increasingly attractive as a renewable energy source due to its in-house stable supply and non-pollution nature. In stark contrast to the finite fossil fuel of coal, petroleum, and natural gas, the sun is very powerful and inexhaustible source of energy, and sunlight is by far the largest source of energy received by the Earth. But its intensity on the Earth's surface is actually quite low. This is basically because of very large radial spread of radiation from the distant sun. The relatively small additional loss is due to the Earth's atmosphere and clouds, which absorb and scatter as much as 55% of incoming sunlight. Sunlight that reaches the ground consists of almost 50% visible light, 45% infrared radiation, and small amount of ultraviolet radiation, and other form of electromagnetic radiation. Okay, next. That is what is a solar car. Okay. These vehicles are equipped with photovoltaic solar panel capable of transforming sunlight into electricity. This type of solar panel is made up of photovoltaic cells that are ionized that when they receive solar radiation, releasing electrons that as the interact produce electricity which power the engine or is stored in the battery. When the electricity reaches the stator and the winding inside the engine, it generates a magnetic field spinning the rotor in the stator, which in turn has fixed magnetic field. Then a series of gears responsible for transmitting this kinetic energy to the wheel propel the vehicle. Okay, then this is the working principle of solar car. Solar car have special panel that can be placed on them to capture as much sunlight as possible. This help the car run on solar energy. Solar panel generate electricity from light ray. A solar panel has many small parts called photovoltaic cells that are joined together. The material used to make PV cell is usually a mixture of silicon, nitrogen, gallium, and indium. This metal can hold light and then release it as fast-moving electron, which produce electricity. Its solar cell has three layers similar to grain of sand. The top and bottom layer are created from silicon. This works like a computer chip. Silicon is mixed with other materials such as phosphorus or boron to make each part have a positive or negative electrical charge. This creates an electric field where the two layers meet. Photo- Phosphorus has the top layer of the sheet have more electrons, so it has positive charge. These things can naturally absorb energy from sunlight. When sunlight hit the silicon material, it can release electron. The electron then repelled by the electric field. There are metal plates on the side of the cell that move the electron and send them through the wire. When the electrons are ready, they can move like normal electricity. Then the extra energy is released and electrons are placed in the special storage place. We call this place where we store the battery stuff. It considers special parts such as lithium ion and nickel cadmium. This battery use free electron to produce energy that can make car engine work. This provide the text that needs to be simplified. This battery can be used repeatedly to power the vehicle. We can charge them with solar energy. This solar can great because it can keep charge the battery even is stationary and in the sun. This make car travel much cheaper. Okay, then the the advantage of the solar car. First is the renewable energy. Solar energy will be accessible as long as we have sun. Therefore, sunlight will be available to us at least 5 billion years. But according to scientists, the sun will die or rather will run out of nitrogen gas someday. And then environment friendly. Because solar car produce no emission, they are extremely environmental friendly. It is mostly because they don't utilize any non-renewable resources such as fuel. They don't release any hazardous toxic or greenhouse gases as a result. Then save fuel. Fuel costs are reduced since solar cars don't use fuel, which result in significant fuel saving compared to traditional car powered by gasoline and diesel. They require less maintenance and then reduce noise pollution. The el- the reduced noise pollution is because the electric car doesn't use engine, they just use electric motor, and then the work of electric motor is very quiet. And then advantage disadvantage of the solar car. First is space and weight. The battery will take a lot of space in the car and the weight will be more heavier, cause to carry a lot of energy because the capacity of battery is depend the weight is depend on the capacity of battery. More capacity of battery or more big then that make a weight more higher and then expensive. It requires advanced manufacturing and expensive raw material to make the solar panel. And then poor weather. Okay, for weather solar car would struggle because they struggle in the rain weather to reach the source of energy panel receive the sun. And then battery life. Lithium ion battery are most prevalent solar battery type and have a lifespan of up to 50 years. But for fully charged of the battery in solar car, at least it will take 10 or 12 hours for fully charged. And then the strength, opportunities, weakness, and threat. First, the strength is synergies with existing infrastructure, scalable infrastructure investment, efficient electricity supply chain, home charging, flexible of renewable electricity integration. And then the opportunities, advanced worldwide infrastructure setup, new business model, electricity as established energy carriers, synergies with renewable electricity development. And then the weakness for passenger car is LDS only, not inherent seasonal electric storage, the charging time. The threat is just of fuel process, so, uncertain consumer behavior, uncertain impact on distribution grids. And then for the goals, that is the conclusion. The bigger challenge that we will face is the lack of fuel from petroleum sources. Therefore, solar resources are very useful for the use of vehicle in the world. As a measure to protect the well-being of nature, it's very important to us to highlight solar resources in the use of transportation for our future. Just that from me, Muhammad Mazik bin Zainal Abidin. Thank you.